So microgrids, they use both diesel and natural gas generators, but they all have to meet, EPA's different certifications. And so EPA, within the regulations, they kind of identify different levels of certification. There's the tier 2 engine. Obviously, there's a tier 4 final engine, and then there's a EPA certified natural gas engines that are utilized all in the different different microgrids. And so it's really depends on which program or what programs that the customer wants to participate in. So tier 2 allows us to just be a backup only, emergency only type generator, and we can't participate in in those non-emergency, demand response type programs with a tier 2 engine. The tier 4 final and the EPA certified natural gas, EPA, allows us to take advantage of both, backing up, having the emergency power source there at the facility, but it also allows us to participate in the demand response programs that are out there. The different levels, the pollution control levels that are on each one of these different certifications. Tier 2 is obviously, the least controlled, and then tier 4 final and natural gas are obviously a lot more controlled, and they limit the pollutant emissions like nitrogen oxide, particulate matter, carbon monoxide, and hydrocarbons. And so when you want to participate in those non-emergency run hours and programs, you need those stricter emission controls. And so I put together a slide here that kind of gives us an idea of kind of a comparison of these engines. And so on the far left, you'll see what a tier 2 engine is, the emission profile for that. In the middle is the PSI engine for natural gas. And then on the far right is the tier 4 final Volvo engine that we have. So you can see that, the tier 2 engine is emergency only, a lot less, emission for as the emission control goes. But when you transition into the engines that are allowed to run for non-emergency purposes, a lot stricter, air requirements on those. Those are 90 to 95%, in some cases less than what the tier 2 is. And so that's kind of how, EPA classifies both of them. If we want to participate in those non-emergency programs, we have to have an EPA certified engine.